Hey everyone, I wanted to do one more video here for painting up textures in Photoshop and how to kind of go about that. I had a question for that. This is very handy if you want to hand paint some textures or do things like that. So first off, we're going to take our model. It's already unwrapped, which we did in our other tutorials. So if we go in here and we look at our unwrap, it's already nice and ready to go. You can export these UVs to Photoshop, so then you can kind of see how they correspond to your mesh. You can do that by going to Tools, Render UV Template. You could bring this out, set your resolution to whatever you want to paint your texture as. You can set up colors and things like that if you want. Hit Render UVs. This will bring you a nice, simplified version of this, nice high res. You can copy it or save this as. I save this on my desktop here as wireframe. Right, that's where I saved mine. And you could just open that up at first if you want in here, right? And just drag that onto your mesh or set up your materials, however you want to work on your stuff. And look at that, it looks like it's a wireframe. It's just our mesh here, right? So I'll just undo that. In Photoshop, open up a new document with the same resolution that you saved your wireframe as. Always do power 2s for textures in games, 1024 by 1024, 512 by 512, 2048, 4096. You could do off things. You could do a 512 by 1024. They don't have to be perfect squares all the time, but they should be power of 2s. So same thing, bring in your wireframe. I set mine as PNG, so it was dark. But, I could do this background over here or whatever, right? And then this will tell me exactly where I'm going to be painting on things, right? So, this is going to be my top, right? And then this is going to be like maybe, I don't know if I were to like, imagine this is like some dirt over here, some cool designs along this thing, whatever it happens to be. Right, and I could save this as Targa. I'm just going to throw on my desktop. Pilar. Targa is the typical file format for games as well. Pilar, there we go. Look at that, oh, that's beautiful. Right, turn off my wireframe, but my wireframe's still there because it's part of the texture. So now I see where things are hanging. There's my beautiful designs, right? Obviously I could do a much nicer job of that. So if I go in here, now I know this is the inside of my dude, right? So maybe this part's going to be dark. Oops. Right, and then maybe this whole bottom part is going to be like gold or something. I don't know. Whatever, right? Gold. And maybe this whole thing is going to be like a grayish stone or something. I could turn off my wireframe. Save this as again. Pilar. Right, go back into 3D Max. Boop. There we go. Now the inside there is black. The bottom part is a little gold. The rest of it's that. I have the unwrap modifier on there. That's why you're seeing the green lines. There we go. And now I can paint stuff in Photoshop, right? This is the old school way of doing stuff. This is how we used to do all our texture painting way back when, because Substance didn't always exist. So we had to manually put in, textures in here. You would go in and start, if I had like a stone or something, I don't know where my textures are. See if I have, I don't know where I put my textures. Anyways, whatever. You could overlay them in here, save it as and that, and that's kind of your workflow for working with textures and stuff. You can load Photoshop files into 3D Max and just work on that way quickly. It's slower in some ways because it's a heavier file format, so Max will get bogged down a bit. Never use Photoshop files in Unity. They are colossal and are not what we use in game dev, so make sure you always save your stuff out as Targas, T-A-R-Gs, and and go from there. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. Just a quick little thing about working with Photoshop and 3D Max. Thank you.